The 1980s was full of ghost-themed movies, where ghosts were seen as being troublesome and often very sinister. However, in 1990 along comes Ghost, which turns the genre on its head and shows the movie from the ghost's point of view. Only in Ghost, the ghost is less ghoulish and more, Patrick Swayze. Ghost tells the story of Sam Wheat, played by Swayze, a successful banker who has just moved in with his girlfriend Molly, played by Demi Moore, where one night while leaving a theatre, Sam is shot and murdered in a robbery attempt gone wrong, where Sam now takes on the form of a ghost, in which no one can see or hear him, and he can't touch objects. And to make matters worse, Sam discovers that his murder was part of an elaborate plan, and that his love Molly is now in danger. Only con artist psychic Oda Mae Brown, played by Whoopi Goldberg, can hear Sam, to which with Oda Mae's help he tries to warn Molly, in this supernatural romantic thriller that gave the world of cinema that oh so sexy pottery scene. Yeah, you guys know the one I'm talking about. So today we are going to avoid dark alleyways as not to get shot by Willie Lopez as we look into 10 things that you didn't know about Ghost. Let's check it out. Number 10, it was going to be a Paul Hogan comedy. Imagine if there was a parallel dimension where the movie Ghost exists, but it's not Patrick Swayze in the role of Sam Wheat, but instead Aussie comedian Paul Hogan. Well, if you think that sounds insane, keep in mind that actually very nearly happened. After making the Crocodile Dundee movies, Hogan was looking for his next big movie, and he was offered to star in the lead in Ghost. But he thought the movie wasn't funny enough and would be a failure, so he left the project. Hogan took the concept of Ghost and sort of made his own version, called Almost an Angel, which unlike Ghost is a straight-up comedy, about an ex-convict who dies in a car accident and must stay on Earth for unfinished business, with there even being ambiguity as to whether the character is actually really dead or not. Hogan was sure that Almost an Angel would be an instant hit, on the account that he cast Charlton Heston as God. However, it was no match to the massive success that was Ghost, and Almost an Angel got bogged down with a poor box office performance and bad reviews from critics. I guess you could say that Almost an Angel is now almost obsolete. Number 9, Bruce Willis thought the movie would be a failure. Yep, Ghost could have seen an on-screen pairing of Bruce Willis and Demi Moore as the movie's two romantic leads, which would have made this casting unique as Willis and Moore were married in real life at the time. However, when Willis was offered the role of Sam Wheat, he turned it down, as Ghost just didn't make much sense to him. He couldn't understand how there could be a love story involving a dead guy in love with a living woman. The irony is, 9 years later he would go on to star in The Sixth Sense, where he, played a dead guy in love with a living woman. Oh, how the times change. Willis expressed regret for not taking on the role, but to be fair though, even Demi Moore, who, although loved the script, also had reservations about Ghost, and if a love story about a dead man and living woman would even appeal to audiences. Well, it did. Number 8, it was a game changer for the director. Ghost was the first solo directing job for director Jerry Zucker, whom had previously co-directed Airplane and Top Secret, as well as producing the Naked Gun films. So Ghost was something of a departure for the filmmaker, who was going from making wacky screwball comedies to a supernatural romantic drama. Ghost's script was written by Bruce Joel Rubin, who that very same year also wrote fellow supernatural thriller Jacob's Ladder. So clearly the writer had an interest in the afterlife and focusing on characters who are entering the spirit realm. Originally, Rubin was a bit nervous about Zucker being hired to direct, given his career in wacky comedies, as he thought Zucker might tone down the movie's darker elements and turn Ghost into a comedy. But after the pair met up, his fears were put to rest, as it was clear that both he and Zucker were on the same page with the direction that Ghost should go in. Number 7, hesitation for Swayze. Ghost's writer Bruce Joel Rubin knew that Patrick Swayze was perfect for the role of Sam Wheat when he saw the actor talk about the loss of his father and the grief that he went through in an interview. However, there was resistance to the casting of Patrick Swayze from Ghost's director Jerry Zucker, as he saw Swayze as being more of an action movie star, aka that guy from Roadhouse, an explosive adrenaline-fueled action movie which came out just 1 year before Ghost. Despite the reservations, Swayze did a screen test in Zucker's office, where he acted out the final farewell scene at the end of the movie, which literally brought tears to the director's eyes, where Zucker finally agreed that Swayze was perfect for the job. Thankfully, he got there, even though it did take some persuasion.
Yes, Patrick Swayze, you are just too inappropriate for this serious love story movie drama, said the director of Airplane.
Number 6. Demi Moore's disappearing locks. Demi Moore was cast in the role of the tragic character Molly on the account that she could instantly cry and produce real tears on demand. However, when Moore was cast as Molly, she had flowing long locks of hair, and when she turned up to the set to start filming, her long hair was gone, with the actress now displaying a much shorter haircut. Initially, Ghost's director Jerry Zucker wasn't a fan of the drastic hair change, but he went with it anyway, and eventually agreed that the shorter hairdo just went with the character.
I think it gives the character a raw emotional realness. Also keep in mind that Ghost came out at the tail end of the 80s, a time when a lot of female stars had big hair. So the short bob kind of grounds the Molly character in reality.
Number 5. Japanese remake. In 2010, there was indeed a Japanese remake of Ghost, called Ghost in Your Arms Again, which interestingly does a gender switcheroony, in that this time it's the female in the loving relationship who gets killed off and becomes a ghost, where she must now save her living husband. The story follows Nanami, a businesswoman who marries a potter called Kim, and one night Nanami is murdered by a biker, where she becomes a ghost and learns that her murder was not random, and that Kim is in danger, where she must try to save him from beyond the grave. Ghost in Your Arms has a great cinematic look and feel, and personally, I like to see it being more of a spin-off than a remake, and that it takes place in the same universe as the original Ghost, but hey, that's just me. Number 4. Swayze's grief. In Ghost, there is a surreal and slightly disturbing sequence when Sam dies and transcends into his spirit form, which I always thought looked like something out of a nightmare. In one shot in particular, we see Ghost Sam looking over his dead corpse in shock and horror. While filming this scene, a plaster dummy of Swayze was used to stand in for the footage of Swayze being dead to be inserted into the frame. However, when Swayze came face to face with his dummy double, it brought him terrible anxiety, as it gave him flashbacks of observing and touching his father's body when it lay in a coffin. An incident that was so traumatic it nearly made him pass out, and filming the scene with his dummy lookalike brought on the memories of that moment again, which he really struggled with. Swayze gave a great and sincere performance in Ghost, and the fact that Swayze would eventually pass away in real life in 2009 makes Ghost and his performance even more tragic and haunting. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. Number 3. Whoopi Goldberg almost didn't make it into the movie. To me, one of the most appealing aspects of Ghost is Whoopi Goldberg's performance. She is honestly hilarious in the role of Oda Mae Brown, and delivers some much needed comedy to balance out the other more darker, grim moments of Ghost. However, she very nearly didn't make it into the movie. After reading the script and falling in love with it, she had to fight for the part, as the movie's producers wanted to go with an unknown actress in the role. Supposedly, even Patrick Swayze lobbied for Goldberg to play the comedic sidekick and supported the idea all the way. Eventually, after 6 months, producers ended up offering Goldberg the part, and it clearly paid off with glory, as she would go on to win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Number 2. Creepy, beyond creepy sound effects. So in Ghost, we see that when evil people die, like Willie Lopez and Carl, that these screaming, shadowy demon creatures from hell emerge to take them back down to hell. Man, back in the day, these little bastards scared the you-know-what out of me. However, learning more about these shadow demons only makes them even more creepy, as the distinct creepy screaming sound was created by recording a baby crying, and then playing the recording in extreme slow motion and in reverse, in order to create these creatures' abnormal and terrifying screams. And ew, just knowing how that sound was made just adds to the creep factor. And it seems that not only did Carl have these shadow demons after him, but he also had the general public after him too. As due to his performance as the villain, actor Tony Goldwyn received a lot of hate from the public after the movie came out.
In which, on one occasion, he went to a restaurant where the waitress flat out told him that she hates him and refused to serve him.
Number 1. It was the highest grossing movie of 1990. When Ghost came out in 1990, it was a massive hit and was released to rave reviews and was an instant fan favourite. Ghost made $505 million on a $22 million budget, which is astonishing, making it the highest grossing movie of 1990. And yes, that year it even beat Home Alone in the box office, as that movie made a still impressive $476 million. There may have been some apprehensions with Ghost from some people on the account that it's a romantic drama, directed by a director who specialises in wacky screwball comedies, with the main lead being an 80s movie action star, but oh boy did they ever pull it off in spades.
Ghost kind of has it all. Suspense, drama, action, romance, tragedy, and comedy, with even dashes of horror. It's haunting and compelling, and really showcased the performing talents of Patrick Swayze, Whoopi Goldberg, and Demi Moore. And yes, it's just about 30 years old, so it's time to give it another viewing. Anyway, I'm Minty, and ditto.
Hey guys, it's Minty here. So as some of you might remember, a couple of years ago there were those really bizarre commercials advertising the Potty putter, where you can sit down on your toilet and do your business while practicing your putting, with a little mini golf field there and a little mini golf putter and golf ball. It was really strange. So anyway, recently a fan from America sent me this, the Potty putter. But wait, there's more, because not only was I given this, but a fan in Australia has also sent me an Australian version, twice the potty putting. Yes, because apparently people think that I love nothing better than practicing my putting while sitting on the toilet. So let's just have a look at these two. First up, these things are incredibly light, like there feels like there's nothing in there. As you can see, American one, potty putter. In Australia, the toilet golf. Okay, I think they put more detail in the American one. You can see they got like stickers and all that there. Whereas with the Australian one, it's very basic. They haven't worried about decorating it or putting stickers on there. The American one has a toilet on it. It's like it's going, "Hello, I'm a toilet," in case you didn't realise. Whereas this one, they're actually showing us a guy with his trousers and pants around his ankles. Yeah, thanks a lot guys, that's just delightful. So, I'm gonna try one of these, not on the toilet, don't worry about that. So yeah, I'm gonna unbox one of these and we'll have a look at it together to see what it's like, see if it's any good, see if it's fun, see what the putting is like. But which one should I go for? Well, I'm feeling slightly patriotic, so I'll go for the Australian one. So let's unbox this and have a look. So I have set up here my little putting golf course. Obviously it's meant to go wrapped around the toilet bowl, but for the sake of this video, I've got it wrapped around my jukebox, because why the hell not? It comes with this do not disturb sign, and it says golf game in progress. Not at the usual sign you would expect to see on a bathroom door. Comes with these two golf balls. They're really that soft, plasticky plastic. They're hollow, so they're not real golf balls. So you aren't going to be having any real golf balls going through the bathroom wall or anything. Put them down here, there, like that. Here we have the putter. Once again, very soft, fine plastic. And you do that, oh, and it's longer. So, I'm a bit out of practice with my putting, so let's see, let's give it a go and see what it's like. By the way, that flag was really hard to get in the putter. Like, I had to really stab it in there, and at one stage I nearly broke the flag, like it nearly snapped in half trying to get it in the damn thing, so that was a bit of a challenge. Never mind the potty putter, this is more like the potty flag putter-innerer thing. Yeah. Right, so let's give it a go.
Known, of course, as a great starter in all his matches. Can he win this first frame?
Oh, no, I missed. That little crease there makes it really, really difficult. Because, like, the ball goes over it and then it sort of struggles a bit. Hang on. Yay! Right, let's try putting number 2. If I can't get it in, never mind. Happy Gilmore struggled as well. So, here we go. Quiet on the field, please. I am taking my shot.
A camera showing you the one red that's possible, but it's difficult. Not quite.
See what I mean? That crease there kind of really ruins it. Like, as if sitting on the toilet isn't stressful enough, like you're doing your business, you don't need the added stress of this crease interfering with your putting. Ugh. Let's try one more. All right, come on, balls. All right, come on. Can you do it? Yay! I don't know about you guys, but I found that very satisfying. See yous.